intervene immediately, rather than ignoring it or waiting to see if the behavior will change on its own. Challenge the ideas, not the person. Gently make clear that certain behavior or responses are inappropriate. Support the student who was the target of discriminating behavior. Enable students who engage in discriminating behavior to relate to how they will feel if they were discriminated against in a similar way. Help students identify why they were uncomfortable with difference. The origin of October 12th, Day of Respect for Cultural Diversity. Día de la Diversidad Cultural changed into more of a counter to Columbus Day, celebrating the diverse cultures that make up modern South America, from the indigenous population to those of Hispanic heritage. Culture and language. According to UNESCO, language is one of the most universal and diverse forms of expression of human culture, and perhaps even the most essential one. It is at the heart of issues of identity, memory, and transmission of knowledge. How language shapes the way we think. There are about 7,000 spoken around the world, and they all have different sounds, vocabularies, and structures. But though they shape the way we think, cognitive scientist Lera Broditsky shares examples of how language differs from one to another. Lots of languages have grammatical gender, so every noun gets assigned a gender, often masculine or feminine, and these genders differ across languages. So, for example, the sun is feminine in German, but masculine in Spanish, and the moon the reverse. If you ask German and Spanish speakers to describe a bridge, like the one here, bridge, happens to be grammatically feminine in German, grammatically masculine in Spanish. Languages also differ in how they describe events, so you take an event like this, an accident. In English, it's fine to say he broke the vase. In a language like Spanish, you might be more likely to say the vase broke or the vase broke itself. If it's an accident, you wouldn't say that someone did it. So people who speak different languages will pay attention to different things depending on what their language usually requires them to do. The language guides our reasoning about events. To have another language is to possess a second soul, Charlemagne.
Created using Powtoon.